As the season progresses, we learn what we're good at and what we're not so good at with growing vegetables. And this year, it's been a little bit of a challenge. You know, we lost a lot of squash plants, and some of the other plants aren't doing as well as we'd like. But we're learning as we go. And right here you see the tomatoes, and yes, those are red tomatoes on there finally. What we had to do was we trimmed some of the leaves back, the extra growth, for example, like stems like these which don't have a flower or a tomato on there. We could just clip them away because that allows the sun to get to them and to turn these guys red. You can see, yeah, the grape tomatoes, they're going to take a little longer, but we've had some sun, so it should be good. Over here we have the Blackeyed Susans. They help attract the bees. The bees then gravitate to the vegetables, and we'll just go through how we've been doing. I just harvested a load of banana peppers. It was very, very good to just have all these things. There's still a lot on there, and some bell peppers as well. They're doing very well. Peppers as a whole, no problems. You know, they always do well. And we've been applying the Sea Magic seaweed fertilizer, as well as Monrovia's organic vegetable and tomato fertilizer. You see here we have marigolds planted. They help attract the bees, and they help keep the aphids away from the tomatoes, because the aphids don't like the smell of the marigolds. So we just have them interspersed throughout the tomatoes. But yeah, this is our line of yellow bell peppers. Sunlight gets to them. They love the sun, so anytime, like a day like today, they're just doing great. And then this is the jalapeno pepper plant. It has loads of them on there. Use them sparingly. They're a lot hotter in terms of taste, but they're still very good. And yeah, over here our watermelon is literally taking off, moving over onto the grass. And you can see we actually have some small melons on there. This is good news because we just saw flowers. But yeah, there are some small melons on there that are getting bigger. So days like this, the sun, the watermelon plants love them. They just soak it right up, and we'll see how they do. We've never tried watermelon before, so it's going to be an experiment to us. The beans, on the other hand, see, they've been doing well, but you could see some of the plants are looking like they're starting to wither. We haven't fertilized the beans, mainly because when we saw them, how they were doing, they were all doing very well. But now that we've done a couple harvests of the beans, they're starting to go on their way out. But we've gotten a lot of beans, so maybe we could reboost them. We're planning on actually using the Sea Magic liquid seaweed fertilizer on the beans, because that stuff, whenever we apply the Sea Magic, it just seems to take off. I mean, we used it on the watermelons, used it on the peppers. It just does magic, really. But we have the cucumbers here. We have about 10 plants, and harvested 2 so far, but they're growing. They're growing. You can see, if you look closely, they're behind the flower, the yellow flowers, and the bees love these flowers. They really do. So pollination is not a problem. It's just they don't grow maybe as fast as we'd like. But on the hill here we have the marigolds again for the aphids, and because it's been dry and then we had the rain, I guess not all of them are blooming right now. But you can see the squash, right? These are our only 2 squash plants we have left now, and if you've been following the videos, you saw that this whole row used to be squash plants. So the squash bugs got to them from what we saw, and from there the plants just basically disintegrated. It's a little upsetting, but learned from a farmer we were talking to that Neem oil is good for preventing the squash bugs. So if you use neem oil, I'm not sure how it works, I've never tried it, but we just recently bought a little bit of it, and we're going to try that next season. We're also going to try planting the squash in this main area here next season, because whatever we seem to plant here does very well for one reason or another. The raspberries are on their way out. They stopped producing. They still look like giants, but they served us well. We harvested buckets from them, and without any fertilizer at all, they just seemed to take off. And we started those as bare sticks in the ground. They were not doing anything for quite some time until they started taking off like this. And again, this is a cucumber plant here. Again, with the flowers, it's been doing very well. You can see, I'll show you a cucumber, see right on there. They get bigger. For some reason, I guess, the color of the cucumbers are like white. Like here, this is obviously a green one, but like the plant down there was very white. I don't know. They both tasted very good, so I go by that. But you know, a lot of flowers on here, very productive, and that's you know, we've never had a problem with cucumber plants here. So yeah, that's basically it for the main area. The bees love it. They love the flowers, and haven't really had much of a problem. The eggplant here, for some reason, I don't know, I expect maybe a pollination problem. The bees, we've seen them on there, even today we saw them on there, but I don't see any eggplant on there. I just see the flowers, and we've had these things for a while now. You know, the sun's been getting at them, they've been taking off like this, but you can see the flowers are falling off, like that one. I'm not sure we've fertilized it, but I really don't know what the problem is, and I really hope we get some eggplants, because we got 62 of them last season from 7 plants, but I love eggplant, and it's one of my favorite vegetables here. But yeah, as a gardener, you learn things. You grow literally with the plants, I guess, in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, and you share the information with others who are passionate about gardening. So I'll keep you updated, what's doing good, what's not doing so good, and why I think that is. And hope you enjoyed this episode, and stay